Hello?
What?
Hello?
What?
Hello?
What?
Hello?
What? So cheap now.
I don't. Cheap is relative to Linda.
That's true. The Gibsons.
Ooh! Okay, you're in the Viagra Triangle. You because you've got money?
Yeah.
Or you look great?
There they get the older guy.
Yeah, to get the it's like grandfather bars.
Yeah.
He's like a good friend of my husband's. He just turned 60 and started dating again after like 25 years.
Right.
We take him to the Viagra Triangle and he loves it. Moving along.
Moving along.
Linda, watch that. Now, where is Chris living and where's Rosemary?
Christine lives in Beverly Hills. Rosemary lives in Hell's Kitchen in New York. Yeah.
Did she get a line or what is she
Well,
doing?
she doesn't. She had started a line.
Yeah, I know.
And then things might work out for her. For, I guess, a couple different reasons. So right now she's not ready to do that again. I think that she's probably still got that idea to walk, that she is still.
Get married? Is she with a guy?
Christine's with a new guy now that she met recently, who's another producer. They actually had worked together for the same independent company years ago.
Where are you going?
I probably should have grabbed my seat while I was in there, but if I do want to sit down, I'll send you back on an errand to get my seat.
Okay, we'll just go get it.
Yeah.
What kind of seat is it?
It's a cushion because to protect my bony ass.
Okay.
So, okay.
You look great.
Thanks.
You look the same. You look great. You look a little worn, but you still look real good, and you look the same.
Yeah.
That's great.
Well, you sound the same.
You sound
I
the
just
same.
sound the same.
Yes.
Yeah. Been up there moonlighting painting, so we're getting the house ready to sell, and it's a huge task.
Is it? How's your mom?
She's doing all right. She's kind of depressed, but she's all right.
Where's she at?
She's in Los Angeles, an assisted living place.
Oh, good.
Which is good because she's close to, right
to
next
you
to
guys.
Beverly Hills.
You know what? Grandkids. We've thought Larry had to be
Yeah.
Larry. Okay, yeah. And
How old are they? About.
I think 18 and 16.
18 and 16, really? Wow. So he's the only one married out of all you guys, right?
Yeah, because Rosemary was married
I
and they got
know.
divorced.
I remember that.
And she's French and Italian.
Oh, cool.
Very nice.
Grew up in Paris.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Now, how'd you guys meet?
We met at the Coffee Bean. Yeah. And I guess she had been visiting her brother a lot over the past few years because he lives in Brentwood. And she's been here for a while. And I guess that she said that we had seen each other about 10 times over the past 3 years.
That meant she'd seen you for the past 10 times.
Guys.
Well, I haven't seen Dave in I don't know how long. And I know I talked to him. I think the last time I talked to him was I got my kidney transplant. Talked to him on the phone. And but I saw Bob. I guess the last time I saw Bob, I think it was probably about 4 years ago, 3 years ago. Because he and Michelle came by. We hung out for a day. Because the year before I had been out in Colorado and saw them.
Now, you had a what transplant?
Kidney transplant.
Oh, okay. So you got on the list and all that.
There's your ice.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So now you're off of dialysis.
Yeah, I'm off of dialysis.
I didn't want to say a thing. Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because, I have so much material that I work into my talks now.
Now,
about
what talks?
That. Do motivational speaking and training.
Do you really? Good for you.
And so, yeah.
Now, how long have you been doing that? That's wild.
Well, this is the year that I'm really doing it, stepping up and doing it for real, and I'm really going to make a career of it. And I came out, I had a private practice of hypnotherapy for a while.
You had a private practice for physical therapy?
Hypnotherapy.
Oh, hypnotherapy.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Turning people into chickens and stuff like that.
Hippo?
Hippo.
That's
yeah.
dangerous with you.
Wait a minute. Now
That's
what?
the perfect career for you.
Wait a minute. What do you? How do you? Can you do
I'm
it fast?
just gonna fuck with your mind.
Can you just?
Okay?
What can you do?
Get paid for it.
What can you do fast?
What can I do fast?
Yeah.
Linda
fix me
wants
up
to lose
fast.
weight.
Fix you up.
Everything.
And Linda wants
Really?
to. What else?
Whatever.
Feel
Whatever.
like $1 million all the time, no
I-
matter what.
Yeah.
Green and
Then,
wrinkled, or
I want it to be positive.
you gotta watch what you ask for. It's very good to be specific.
Yeah, you better be
What did
real
I say?
specific because he's gonna zap
Positive.
you right
I want to be positive.
You're pretty positive.
Positive.
You're pretty
I want to be able
positive.
to
You
not
are.
shop anymore.
now. Oh no, you don't
All right.
want that, you liar.
That's one of the joys that I've discovered after my kidney.
Shopping?
Yeah, I'm shopping all the time now.
You should
I don't even have to
plan.
buy anything. I just like to feel the fabric.
My name is Chuck Berry. Put my photo in his autobiography, and I've gotten pictures.
Your
in
photo or the photo you took of him?
Photo of him. Yeah,
Oh.
right. What would I be doing in there?
I don't know. You wild girl. I don't know.
I know. Anyway, my picture's in his autobiography. He chose mine. And I've gotten pictures in People magazine and
So you hooked up the VIP section of Blues Fest for the weekend or what?
no, because then I moved on to TV. And then I became a producer. Then I worked for ABC, CBS, NBC, and Fox. Now I'm freelancing, producing and writing, and doing advertising for corporations, advertising agencies, and TV stations. And I'm also doing charity work, helping AIDS in Africa kids and setting up
You're
a...
helping AIDS in Africa. It's doing pretty well on its own. It's
Well,
spread
you
like
know
an
what?
epidemic.
It's, we already
Or you're
set up
helping stop it.
stopping it.
Oh, okay.
Well, you know what? Our company is called Aid Africa's Children.
Oh, okay.
So it does sound like we're aiding the AIDS, but
Yeah.
we're also aiding the children
Right.
who are affected by AIDS. Plus, I'm starting a free art program for at-risk kids with
Oh,
Columbia
good.
College. And the kids I'm working with are from the Chicago's West Side, who have the highest murder rate in the city. So that's why I'm doing those things.
It's good.
Yeah.
I was working in a program in LA with at-risk kids. It was called the Young Storytellers Program, and we would go into these schools and help these kids write their first screenplay, like a 6-page screenplay, and then we get TV and movie stars to come in and act it out
Wow.
for their, in the auditorium for
Wow.
their family and friends. They just go crazy.
That is like so cool.
Yeah.
Are you still doing that?
No,
That's
I
a
haven't been doing
wonderful
that.
program.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Yeah.
I'd like to see
Especially,
some. Did
know
you
what? I would love
record
to
it?
see that.
I'd like to see what they did.
I didn't record it. I have some of the, like from
what
the
a-
kids that I worked on. I have some of their
Especially,
stories.
you know what, in LA, when you have access to all that, that is like such a great thing for kids.
Yeah.
Wow.
CSI. Ever watch CSI?
Yeah, I do, but I'm trying to think of
He's
the
the older guy,
Yeah,
coroner, walks with a cane.
Oh, that guy. Okay.
It's about an aging actor who's fallen from grace.
All right.
And he gets one last chance to get back on top, and how far will he go for the role of a lifetime? And he goes way too far. It's like
Ooh.
very black comedy.
Ooh.
And
How long is it?
15 minutes.
How long would you shoot it on?
I shot it on mini DV, but I used a PNS, Canon XL1, but I used a PNS Technic adapter, so I used prime film lenses. So
How
it
long
looks like 16, 15 minutes.
How did you edit it?
Final Cut Pro. I didn't edit. I had a number of different editors work on it. So, because by that time I had kind of run out of money. So, but then I finally came up with some more money and found somebody who gave me a really great deal of it. I mean, it was like this nightmare post-production story of,
It always is.
the hard drive, it was living on crash, the thing had to be reassembled, people would just stop in the middle of the job and go do other things, and it was like, yeah.
That's terrible.
So, but anyway, it turned out pretty good. I mean, there's a couple of rough spots in it, but I'm proud of it. It's my first film.
Good for you. Good for you.
And
Yeah, it's hard.
again, I forgot the DVDs, so Mariel's sending me some DVDs. I'll have them tomorrow, so I'll give you one.
Now, how long have you been with Muriel?
It's been about 6 months.
What's she do?
She's a gemologist.
Ooh. Where's your stuff? Where's your bling?
No.
I don't know if it's changed.
I don't know. Autofocus. Okay, flash off.
Put flash on.
Hold on. Nope. Okay, it's on. Thanks. Let me do this again. Yeah, but you know what I found that
Try it again.
okay.
Oh, do it. Good face.
I like it because it's really light. I was
Yeah.
about to sign up for Linda's all her junk.
Yeah.
And she just said she never takes it out because she's afraid of getting robbed now. I go, oh great.
So I read this article, maybe it's not true, that like when you get above like 6 or 7 megapixels, it doesn't really make much difference unless you're going to be blowing it up really big.
That is true. I think so, but I also want to test this out like for macro stuff, like close-up stuff.
Oh yeah.
And
How much
I want
was
to
it?
see how it looks. You're going to love this. It was
200, 300?
260 or 70 bucks.
It's so cheap now.
Oh, well.
I know. And the only reason I bought it was because my here, his brother Paul's out in Idaho, and the sister's in LA. Sister's in LA as a teacher, and I think she's retiring this year. And in LA, hey Lynn, do you get insurance for life? Old shots.
Digitized it?
No, this is all
Oh,
like
that-
that. And I want to get all my slides, and
That's
I know what you mean. But I have it trained and stuff like that.
That's hard.
But you know what? If you're not constantly editing, it's like I don't like editing either. And directing and editing.
Yeah.
What to do?
Tell the other.
Yeah.
Or they can definitely bring something interesting to
Sure
it.
they do. I think they should.
Yeah. And
It's okay.
because I have a screenplay that I'm working on now that's an adaptation of a play that I produced, wrote, directed, acted in. It was up in Hollywood that got nominated for a couple of awards. And
Get this water.
so, and now I'm just in the final, I'm taking a play was one of these real kind of pressure cooker noir pieces. 3 people collide in a motel room. Who gets the girl? Who gets the money? Who gets out alive? Right?
I like
So,
that.
but now to take that and translate that into a movie.
Make it into a play.
Well, no, it wasn't one.
Okay. Well, then you know what? Take it to Steppenwolf
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
I think you
Well, I
should.
need to get that out there. I need to talk. I'm going to have a meeting and talk with my buddy Lynn, who is a really interesting guy. Lynn's an award-winning playwright, spoken word artist. Former world blind judo champion. Interesting guy.
Wow.
Really? Did you hear about that guy who was a worldwide jiu-jitsu fighter who did a play on that, and he had it at the MCA. He did a whole play on being handicapped, blind, but this world-class fighter, and it was just at the MCA last year, and he did a one-person play on himself, which was fascinating. No, I didn't. I missed it, and I wanted to see it.
Well, that was my buddy Lynn. The show is called Weights.
Is that it? Yeah. I mean, it sounded fascinating.
It was awesome. Yeah.
And I'm sorry I missed
It's an
it.
amazing show. So, and I met Lynn in a writer's workshop at the Mark Taper Theater, and he actually helped me. Like, he was the artist in residence, and I developed my play there. The first, 2 stages of it.
But it's like the play is finished and it's been performed. Then you know what? Why not, since you've already finished it, go shop it at some of the local theaters here, because it'll be like, Chicago guy makes good.
Right.
I mean, especially Chicago doesn't appreciate things unless it happens outside of Chicago. The fact that it happened outside of Chicago, then it makes it worthy. But you know what I mean? But if it happened in Chicago, they wouldn't care. But now that it's happening in LA or been performed somewhere in California, I definitely think you should talk to some people about that, because then you can build on what you've already done.
Because I know a guy.
I
know a guy from a thing at the Taper that we did together called the Chautauqua. It was a thing that I was involved in, and one of my other pieces was read in it. And Mike Irwin is his name, and he's with. Name a couple of smaller theaters here.
Steppenwolf, Victory Gardens.
Might have been Victory Gardens.
Red Moon Theater. There's Goodman.
No, because he also, I think it's the same theater that, what was that girl's
Beacon
name?
Street.
Nussbaum.
Oh. That Nussbaum woman, she is from Columbia College. She's like a, she sold her, Nussbaum Theater.
No, it's her, but she's involved with some theater. I think it might have been Victory Garden.
He's already got some interest in that. We'll see what happens. He had a meeting with Coppola in San Francisco. One of his best friends is head of a major company. We used to always see his name in the theater, and I would say, look.
What?
I forget his name, his friend's name, but he's a really big director. Like one of his movies was with Angelina Jolie and this French guy in Canada, and he also did like, not that Brad Pitt one where he was the gladiator, but another one. I forget. Linda, what movie was that? I don't remember, but it was the next one after Gladiator, a really big one. Anyway, I went to high school with this guy, and we would always see his name, and I would always say, he's never going to remember you. You know, and he'd always go, oh, there's my friend, there's my friend. I'll go, oh, please, this guy is so big in Hollywood, forget it. So he was out in LA.
You remember people you went to high school, if you knew them in high school. If you didn't know them, but if you knew them, you remember them.
They were the nerds in high school. So he calls up his friend, and the first thing his friend does is say, where the fuck have you been the last 30 years? And he says, come on over, I want you to meet my wife, and blah, blah, blah. And the funny thing is, he was staying at his other friend's house who produced Aaron Brockovich, and he had hired them before. So there's this whole little circle going on there, and who knows, you know, that may be the ticket out of here. Everybody's working on the screenplay, something, and everybody wants it to be their ticket out of here, and who knows? You know, I think it's great, but I think if you've already got the play going, Rich, I think you should definitely pursue it in other markets, because now that you have the California stamp, you look like $1 million now in Chicago.
10 million.
You may as well pursue that because it's done, you know?
Well, wait a minute. The people that you are hanging out with, the screenwriters or whatever, what do they talk about? Their next project, right? All the time. Never content.
A lot of them get stuck in production hell and never gets done. You gotta play. It's not
Right.
You know, put your effort at least in checking out other markets so you build on the momentum.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
You start calling them up. You start hawking it.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, how did you do it before?
To yourself because you've put all this time
How did I
into
do it
it.
before?
How did you were at the Globe Theater. How did you get in there?
Well, you know people.
Or you get to know people.
Yeah. But it was interesting. I mean, the way I did this play was that I was doing a piece called Cocktails, which is like the male vagina monologues.
Really? Oh, how fun.
And I had 2 pieces in it, and there were like 10 of us. And most people did one, but I did 2, Lynn did 2. Well, Lynn did a piece plus a song. So, and it was conceived and directed by a woman, Deborah DeLiso, and which was really interesting to do that. And so we ran for about 10 months in Hollywood. That was fun. And one of the places that we were doing separate theater, the guy who had the theater, he really liked what I did in that, and he says, you know, because it was performing my own stuff. So he said, "If you got anything else?" I said, "Well, I got this one, you know, act play that I've got, you know." And so he says, "Well, you know, if you want to use the space for reading, you know, that would be cool." I said, "Yeah, it'd be cool. So let me work on it." So I got it up into the stage reading there, and then based on that, I had some other notes. And then we had moved to the Lillian Theater, and I was talking to the guys there. They had like a little performance space. And I said, "Hey, you know, you guys ever do these plays?" So they really liked the play. They read it. And they had this little performance space, and so there was already a show in there on Friday and Saturday nights. But this is like dangerous theater in the dangerous part of town, because I mean, we have simulated, but we have sex on stage, which is really great. What? No, I mean it's really great because it's like, you know, it's an out there in your face play. You know, it's very like mousetrap kind of twist turn. You know, everybody's lying to everybody. It's called Trust Me. So,
I like that.
Yeah. So,
That's yours?
Yeah. And so, and I said, well, look, let's make it. You know, so how about we make a deal? Like, it's already paid for, so why don't, you know? So we split the box. I didn't pay for the space. We just split the box and I put it up, and we used the set that was in there because the play that was in there took place in the bordello. So we just kind of moved a couple things around, and it worked out good.
See, it's a one act.
It's a one act, but I opened it up. I mean, I had, because I did it as a one act because of the time frame, but I took out a chunk that actually could go back in there to make it like a longer, like a full night, because it only ran 50 minutes, 5-0, but I could put back in enough that would make it like 65 minutes, which could be, because I mean it was compared to Full for, I mean the reviews were ridiculous. I mean they compared it to Full for Love and
you owe it to yourself
and Tennessee Williams and
you really do owe it to yourself.
So yeah.
You know?
Well, that's what Lynn, I had a conversation with Lynn, and he's going to help me with that because to kind of play like some of the disability
you could do something
angle.
like that, what he did at the MCA
Right.
and travel all over, as a one-act play.
Right.
That's what he did. Find out the way he did it.
Yeah, I seem to remember his might have been 90 minutes, but it had an intermission. So
You should do, if you know him, you should make yours a similar length and then have him help you shop it to museums. See, he didn't go theaters, he went museums. And he's on tour all over the country. That's how you do it.
he's going to Edinburgh.
But I'm you know, if you guys are friends and he's not so totally competitive, I think it would be a great route for you because that will get you into the theaters. But first, you get to go all over the place and do that.
Let me look at you.
Rich wants anything with his picture on it.
No, that's not true.
Okay, so what's your goal?
Well, no, I've always thought it'd be really great to have a place here and then spend winters in either the Caribbean or LA or what. I'm a little tired of LA. I've been there a long time. I'm tired of being spread out so much and everything kind of ephemeral and transient. And I think I find it, and I hear other people, it's difficult to build long-lasting relationships.
Well, you know what? When I lived in California, everyone was on their way to something else, and everyone is very polite, but you can't. You couldn't connect. Like in Chicago, I love you, I hate you, get the fuck out of my way. Same thing in New York. In California, you're kind of on this dance where you're all really polite, but you never really connect. And I find the people I do like are from the Midwest or New York.
Yeah.
Because and you can actually feel the energy. As soon as you fly on a flight back, going east, you feel it. Whereas in San Francisco and LA, I didn't know they hated each other until I moved out there.
Yeah.
Where people in LA are very self-absorbed. People in California are they don't want to hook up with you because you're going to leave. It's kind of like, well, I'm going somewhere. And then the people in California, they never go anywhere. They just go to Hawaii or Mexico. It's like, well, where'd you go for vacation? Hawaii, Mexico,
Where'd you go for
Mexico.
vacation? I
It's
went
Hawaii.
outside.
Yeah, right. They never go anywhere. So it's kind of like, there's like a whole other world out there.
Yeah.
I mean, I really like to travel, and I've hit about maybe 35 countries already, and I plan to hit a few more. But I find that there's no perfect place.
Right.
I used to think California, you know how we used to all want to live in California, we long for it, and it was like the perfect place, but it's not the perfect place. There's no perfect place. Perfect place is 3 places, you know. Chicago, have a place here, have a place in California, have a place in Hawaii, have a place in, Miami, love Miami. I mean, it's like you have to live in a couple of places to be happy because you're not going to be happy year-round in one place.
Right.
And it's not because it's within you and on any of that crap. It's just, you get tired with the weather. You know what I mean? So, now if you didn't live in LA, like basing there, where would you go?
Well, I don't know. It's, I mean, like I said, I think I'd like to figure out a way to, because that's the thing. See, here's the thing. It's like I really don't want to work.
Welcome to the club. Now, Rich, that's the most honest thing you've said all day.
And so for me, that means getting up in front of a room and talking to people. Because I love it. It's not work at all. I enjoy it.
Well, there you go.
I give them a lot of value. It works out really. Like I was telling Linda that, so I give this presentation to Amgen last Wednesday. And I said, illegal. Amgen, the pharmaceutical company, they're going through a little tough time now, so it's kind of like an internal tough time. And what they do, they wanted kind of a patient's, a kidney patient's perspective, because they deal with a lot of that. And I had just got, this year I just got certified as a speaker for the Renal Support Network, which is it's called a PEP program, Patients Educating Patients and Professionals.
Good for you.
And the renal support, and that's made possible by a grant from Amgen. And so Lori Hartwell is the woman who's the executive director, and I find this to be, I wanted to do it because it kind of gives me a platform to go out from, a little niche.
No, I think that was a smart move.
And they have 5 PowerPoint presentations that they're 45-minute presentations. 3 of them are geared towards patients, 2 of them are geared towards professionals. So that was just in March, same time as the festival. I was doing both. I was going to the training during the day and the festival at night. So, and they had asked her if she wanted to go, and she's doing some, they do a lot of political stuff. She was on the Hill Tuesday and, well, I guess Monday and Tuesday. So she asked me if I wanted to go out and do this thing. So I said, yeah, sure. So, but I wanted to give them some real value, not just, this is what it's like to be me. What's in it for them? So I did that. I mean, I told my story, it's part of my story, but at the same time, I adjusted it so that it applied to them. And I was very fortunate in that beforehand, I talked to the point person. I had sent some emails to them asking them what they want for their outcome, what they've taken away, what's the demographics, who am I talking to? And it was everybody from senior management to new hires, and 125 people in the room with video conferencing in San Francisco and Seattle with an audio feed at DC. It's pretty cool.
Which is very cool.
And so I gave this talk, and they just wanted 15, 20 minutes. So I gave them 17 minutes. They gave me a 2-minute standing ovation. I mean, really amazing. And these are lawyers, and so, and then the head guy.
Did you know Linda's married to a lawyer too?
No. So So the thing is, but I mean, lawyers I think are interesting people.
Did you know Dave is a lawyer too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like the number 2 guy.
I couldn't believe it.
So, anyway, so I gave him some really good stuff, and afterwards I talked with the point person. We had lunch, and then we left, and he sent me an email saying that I did great. They copied me on the other email from them saying how great it was, and he had already talked to the corporate communication department, and they want me to come to their meeting. So, excuse me a second.
Whatever you say or you believe, you attract. So of course Oprah's going, oh, well, I've been doing The Secret all along because I said I was going to be this big TV star, and here it is. You know how Oprah always is saying, like, I did it first, or yeah, me too. But anyway, so everyone is now into this whole secret thing. Like, all I have to do is visualize without doing the work, of course. And I have friends who'll say, yeah, I'm doing The Secret. I've already spent all the money. I see it, I spent all the money. It's like, no, you got to do the work. You just can't say, I see it. And people forget I got to do the work business. You know what I mean?
They don't want that.
Of course not. It's like, but I do like to work. I don't want to retire. I think it's fun. I mean, you know what? I want whatever I'm doing, I want to love it. I want to love doing it. And I kind of like feel, I don't get that thrill in TV anymore. It's like, before photography was the end all, it was like, God, all I want to do for the rest of my life is just be a shooter, be a photographer. This is so much fun. This is the best. But then I got tired of that, and then it was like I felt that way about TV. But then once you win all your awards, then you get tired of that. And then it's like you always want more and more and more and more and more. So now it's kind of like, now I'm looking for the next big thing. And part of it is trading. I'm learning how to trade. And I've been very lucky the last like 6-7 years. Last year I got a 58% return in like 7 months. And it's fun. But I realized my whole family's trading. Like my mom was a trader, my sister's a trader. I come from a whole family of like traders. So it's like, for me it's fun, but it's also like security too.
Well,
I don't want to be poor.
What about the last 2 days?
I love it. I love it that it's going down. I love it that the market's crashing. It's great. I can't wait till like tomorrow everything crashes again. And I'm praying it does, because that's when you're going to go in. That's a great time to go in. See, you're worried because you're in. I pulled out a few months ago at the height. So now I'm waiting to go back in. The whole buy low thing. Anyone who's nervous right now, that's a major sell-off. And today it went down 199 points. That's why I don't like to talk to people before 3 o'clock until I'm finished trading and stuff. Yeah, and you called it 3:02, so it's like, okay.
I already knew about it.
Yeah, I know. But
I go, what?
I do and learn just to keep the money going. But it's also important to stay vital. I mean, we're all still young. You know, it's like we're not old like our parents.
Right.
We're not like 20, but we're not so old that we just are gonna like crumble up in a corner. It's like that Dennis Hopper commercial, you know, where he's in like Allstate or something. He's going, I'm not gonna be doing bingo. I'm not gonna be doing all these like things that like, you know, your parents do and stuff. Like my mother-in-law does. She does that bingo thing. She's got her little clubs and stuff. Every day you call her, or whenever you call her, what happened today? Someone died. Someone's sick. Someone's just got cancer. Someone's something. And it's like, they're on the death channel there. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like, I realize I don't want to be.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
The death channel.
Absolutely. Or the misery channel.
All the time.
Yeah. Or it's the misery channel. And it's
That's
like,
a great idea, actually. I mean, in a very funny way.
That's what I like.
The death channel.
yeah. And it's
Let's
like
Who's dying
something.
today?
Let's do the Twilight Zone.
Who's dying today?
Well, it's
And
funny
here's the
when
old-
your
You
friends.
two are
it's
going to
funny.
talk, and I'm going to be asking you questions.
It's funny until it's happening to you, and you're losing someone that you care about.
Wow.
And for them, that's all they have left. If their grandkids aren't kicking in or their kids aren't kicking in, they sit around the pool all day and they go, oh, what's going on? Oh, this one graduated, this one got a job, this one got married. You know what I mean? They start to have less and less to live for. So I think as we get older, we have to basically expand rather than contract. You know, and I think that's the whole idea, finding something you really love to do or you believe in. Because otherwise, you won't be vital. You know, you'll be just waiting to die or just feeling your joints ache or losing it. You know?
You know what?
When you're young, all you talk about is sex. When you're middle-aged, all you talk about is food and all the meals you've had. And you ate and whatever you want to eat next. And when you're old, you talk about bowel movements or your health and how you're like losing it. And it's like, I'll see different friends at different stages, and some of them are, you know, the ones who are dating are talking about sex. The ones who are married are talking about food, what great restaurant they went to. And the ones who are losing it are talking about what they're losing. You know, my bones hurt, I'm aching, whatever. You know what I mean? So it's an interesting way to define your life.
Oh boy.
Yeah. And when you see yourself falling in that category.
No, that title.
I don't know.
I think the death channel is a great idea because, first of all, it's like got this great twisted kind of surreal.
Yeah, it's got you.
But then also, it's like it would be very interesting because it's such a social.
Wait a minute.
Do you fear death?
No, I don't.
See, I don't either. And I think
But-
it's so weird
but-
that people fear death
but-
because it's going to happen.
If you're sick, you do. Not if you're well.
Yeah, if you're well, you don't. But when you're staring down the tube,
Yeah, there you go. Oh, well, maybe I made a mistake.
Maybe the pain. maybe I'm not into pain, and I would definitely take pills, but it's like dying. It's a natural thing. So why would you fear that? Why?
Well, we'll see. I'll put this on in the hospital. You go,
No, 'cause
oh, I
actually,
lied.
no, Linda has a really good point, because the thing is that
As long as it's not happening to you.
Or anyone you know.
Yeah,
right,
that's true.
Exactly, and when it gets down to it, just you really want to know what you think about life and dying. Wait till it's your last breath. All of a sudden, you want just one more.
Or you know what? If you get sick, or if you lose something, it's like when I got pneumonia, suddenly breathing became a priority because I couldn't breathe. I couldn't breathe without coughing for 6 months. So now I don't take breathing for granted. And then when I had my knee surgery, never thought about walking. Now, yeah, I don't take that for granted either. So it's like, unfortunately, until you, quote, lose something, you don't appreciate it. Because all these things, seeing, talking, walking, breathing, are things, when you're younger, you never think about it. Because it's like, well, why would I think about that? I got it, well, so what? But when you lose it, yeah, it's big. It's a real big thing. And you don't appreciate things. You don't appreciate how you probably have like your first 20 years, it's scot-free. You can do anything, get away with murder. But then it starts adding up. Yeah. In the last couple decades.
Decades? Ooh, that's like 30 years.
I don't know. I haven't seen Rich in years. When did you last see Rich?
Remember we were driving on, I was going to Springfield, and you were honking, and I thought,
we saw each other way after that.
Well, I remember that.
I was first moving out to California. I'm first moving out to California in 83, 80 and 80. I'm driving down the highway, and I look, and here's Linda.
Are you kidding?
And here's Linda, but here's Linda.
Oh, that's funny.
That's how she's driving, like she's meditating or something.
That's funny. On Lakeshore
I was.
Drive?
No, on 55.
Oh, that's funny.
As
You guys
fast-
saw each other?
as fast as I could go,
Oh,
I'm
that's
driving.
funny.
And she's just like this. And I'm honking the horn, and she's like, and then I smashed into her, and she went, no, I didn't smash.
I would have heard about that.
And then, so we pulled over on the side of the road. She's ready to go, moving to California. She says, oh, it's going to take a while for you to get used to it out there. She says, about 10 minutes.
Oh, so that's when you guys last saw each other?
No, but we saw each other after that. Because I remember we saw each other with you and it's Tony, right? And when I was staying at the Elms, and we ate
He
across
remembers.
the street.
He remembers that, and I don't.
Now, okay, when did you last see Chris? I'm trying to think.
I didn't see Chris. We saw Rose Deli, and she brought Rosemary brought some book.
pictures of her models or makeup or something.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen. I fixed Chris up with that producer, my buddy at ABC, Michael.
Wait, I thought she was going
And
with
then-
somebody, and he died.
Oh, remember she was going
Kirk
with the sex
Douglas's-
maniac. She
no,
was going
Kirk
with the
Douglas's
sex maniac. Yeah,
husband, husband.
Kirk Douglas's
Son.
Right.
The sex maniac. Didn't
what's
he
it?
die though?
He was
the
a
comedian.
sex maniac?
Yeah.
No.
Now remember when it came out that Michael Douglas was a sex maniac? I would call up Chris and go, oh, does it run in the family?
But then he died.
No, the comedian. Yeah, he did die. Yeah, but she had broken up with him before that. But she.
I thought they were engaged.
No. She was trying, but it didn't work out. Yeah. But she met the whole family and stuff.
So what is Chris doing? She's producing.
She's cleaning out the house in Lake Geneva.
Wow, that's gonna, that'll take. And is Larry up there too?
Yeah, he's painting. 'Cause he's got a job in Milwaukee, so
No,
he's coming.
Larry's a painter dog still. Good for him. Wow. I remember Chris's 10th birthday, and your dad asked me to take pictures of the birthday party and paid me when I was going to school, and it was like wild. She had the most amazing birthday party for a 10-year-old, and she was with her girlfriend, and they were just like foaming at 10. I mean, they were very sophisticated 10-year-olds, and I must have done like 3 rolls and gave them to her. Didn't you ever see those pics?
No.
Oh, they were very funny,
Trying to think.
very amusing, very funny.
There was a party of yours in a courtyard somewhere. Your sister's apartment, and it was a courtyard party, birthday party for you.
Was it a courtyard party for me?
Yeah, down on Rush Street, somewhere around there.
She's a little above the camera store there.
I remember, right on Chicago. Yeah.
Oh, maybe, yeah. Kind of remember that.
Okay.
Wow.
You must have been there.
I remember being at a party at Rosemary's on Chicago Avenue. She lived upstairs above that camera store.
Somewhere over there, yeah.
Standard. Yeah. And, but I don't remember much after that. I don't know.
Nice courtyard.
And I'm trying to think, I don't remember the last time I saw, I think the last time I saw Chris was with you. With Chris and me.
Yeah.
And I don't remember the last
Wait, no.
time.
Hello. Changed?
Yeah.
I think I've developed a lot.
In what way?
I think I've gotten more. I think I've become more of who I am and more comfortable with that.
And yet I've never seemed to think of you as not being comfortable in your own skin. See what I mean? You seem more soulful.
Yeah. How about you? No, you're still the same.
What? I'm still what?
I'm still the same.
I'm still the same. Haven't grown at all. I think that I'm more soulful and less arrogant. I think you're less arrogant and more soulful too, so it's not like I'm just pointing at me. And now, if you knew what you knew today, would you have changed anything?
Yeah. What's that?
I said, that's a loaded question.
Put down the video camera and
Thanks.
we're doing good. Alright, look up.
Oh,
Can you do another one?
Oh,
Thanks.
hang on, I nearly missed your head. Sorry, I have the
Okay.
shakes.
Yeah.
Alright, here we go. Oh yeah.
Thank
Check
you.
that. That might be too far up for you.
okay.
Yeah. I like went here. Do you want me to go down further?
You and your video kit.
How do I don't know how, yeah.
Flash gang
Hold
stuff.
on, all you have to do is point. I didn't even know you took off your glasses.
Do I just press this one?
It's already on.
How do I take a video? Do you want me to take a video?
It's on.
Oh.
I have pictures. I look different.
Do you want me to take a picture with it though?
No.
Oh.
You know what? You too. And you look good.
Say hi.
Hi.
Hello.
This is a video. Oh, this is a video. All right. You can move. Hi there. Fast forward 20 years.
Oh, this is a reunion?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
Nice.
Except me.
Yeah, except for you.
Oh, shut up.
Lynn, you look good. And you're always posing. You're such a poser.
You're a poser.
You're a poser. You're like no model.
All right.